Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the noble, the discerning, the sometimes smelling like fish sticks, Dr. Yukon Suckit. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's not a medical doctorate, it's a Magic the Gathering doctorate. And it's twice as hard and 4 times as expensive. So I'm coming to you today from my secret underground headquarters, bringing to you a deck that is referred to as Snow Prison. And I'm going to tell you, I got down RP for rotation proof just because that's kind of also in the name. But this is actually rotation proof as of, 2021 or something, right? Meaning that these are what I'm going to start to call farewell tour decks. As in, right now people are starting to put out rotation-proof decks, meaning that in September, when the new set comes out, and so that in Standard, a bunch of stuff goes out, which is going to be Zendikar, Kaldheims, Strixhaven, and Forgotten Realms. That stuff's all going away. So they're putting together decks that only include stuff from after that. And I thought, F that, man. I paid for all those cards. You know what I should be doing these last 2 months? I should be playing those cards as hard as possible. So I went back and I tried to find decks that were made entirely out of those sets. Entirely out of Zendikar, Kaldheim, Strixhaven, and Forgotten Realms. And here's the first one on the Farewell Tour. And it's called Snow Prison. So let's take a look at the deck, and then let's take it out and see how well it performs in today's meta. So on the low end, we've got Portable Hole. And, in the year this card has been out, it's done all right. It's a good way of exiling stuff early. But, the fact that it only does things with a mana value of 2 or less, a little limiting, right? Anyways, we got 3 of those in here. What does it do? You pay 1. And you exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls with a mana value of 2 or less until Portable Hole leaves the battlefield. It's just a thing. Going up against like a Transient Kami and Faceless Visitor, it's a great, great, great card. And guess what? 2.5 months from now, gone. Loyal Warhound. You don't really see this guy being played very much. I just realized that the little knight next to the dog is not on its knees. It's just like a hobbit or something. I guess that's exactly the kind of person that would be riding a giant, mastiff into battle or whatever. Anyways, Loyal Warhound is, you get a 3/1 for 2 with Vigilance. And it says when it enters the battlefield, if the opponent controls more lands than you, you search for a library for a basic plains card, put it into the battlefield tapped and shuffle. Now, why don't we see this card being played more? That is fantastic. It is a rare. There's a lot going on. I wish it had a bigger butt. That thing can die way too easily. But still, 3 points of damage with Vigilance, that's good for the price as it is. Plus, you get the ability to get an extra land that you put directly into the battlefield. This is white, right? Not green. So that's a great card. Here's Revitalize. It's an instant, costs you 2. You gain 3 life, and you draw a card. Great card. Great card, right? We got Reidane and the Shields Protector. He thinks I never cared for Reidane. I always thought, because it's a creature, they're easy to wipe out. But it's flying and vigilant, 2/3. Snowlands your opponents control into the battlefield tapped. If they're playing a lot of Snowlands, it's just that people, that's kind of come or go. It's not that big of a deal right now. Non-creature spells your opponents cast with mana value of 4 or greater cost 2 more to cast. That is so fantastic right now. So fantastic. Plus, then the Protector Shield, if a source of an opponent controls would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, you prevent 1 of that damage, meaning that any creatures, any direct damages, that's 1 less damage it costs to me or my guys. Whenever you or another permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 1. So basically, you and everybody else gets Ward 1. Yep. Ward 1. I wonder why they didn't say that. Do you think it was before they started doing Ward too much? All right, we got Search for Glory. Search for Glory is just a snow sorcery. Search your library for a snow permanent. a legendary card or a saga, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. You gain 1 life for each snow that was spent to cast the spell. So that's great. It's a bunch of life gain right there, as well as the ability to go and fetch a bunch of stuff. Well, one of a bunch of different things in your hand. We got the Skyclave Apparition, which is interesting. I'm fairly certain that the word prison entirely is all dependent upon Skyclave Apparition. Oh, I guess Portable Hole would be another prison potentially. So that's it. Just those 7 cards make prison. I thought, no, this is actually more of an angel deck than a prison deck, but you know, decks are named something. Skyclave Apparition costs you 3. You get a 2/2 when it comes into play. You exile up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent that you don't control with a mana value of 4 or less. Now that's a goodly amount, right? I mean, you kind of want to take out the big things, but still, 3 or less would really suck. 4 or less is actually halfway decent. And then when it leaves the battlefield, then they get back a XX blue illusion token, where X is the mana value of the exiled card. So they get something back. We got the Book of Exalted Deeds. Now, I remember when this came out, I hated this card. I thought it was a cheater's card and it shouldn't be out there. And one of the reasons why it's a cheater's card is because people were playing it on this guy, which is Faceless Haven. And this deck originally did have Faceless Haven in it, but it's banned, so we can't play it now, so it's gone. So therefore, you really can't cheat with the Book of Exalted Deeds like you used to. But the deal was that you would turn Faceless Haven into a creature, then you would use this ability on here to put a token, we'll talk about that in a little bit, onto the Faceless Haven, which meant you could never lose the game and it could never be removed because it's really hard. We didn't have land destruction back. At least nobody ever packed it. So, yeah, you'd have to take it out with like Field of Ruin or something. And I'm not even sure if we had Field of Ruins at that point. Anyway, so what this thing does is it says, it's a legendary artifact, and at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, as in from Revitalize, then you create a 3/3 white angel token with flying. Great, we got an angel. He's a weak one, but still is an angel. And then you could pay 3 and tap it, the Exalted deal, to exile it. You put a counter on target angel. It gains, you cannot lose the game and your opponents cannot win the game. So you got an angel, and provided that it's just there and nothing happens to it, you can't lose the game. You can't lose the game, man. So, yeah, I really dislike those, but guess what we're playing? Book of Exalted Deeds. We got Legion Angel. This one hurts me so bad. I love Legion Angel because it's a great price at 4. You get a 4/3 with flying. And the fact that she goes out to the sideboard and pulls in more angels. So you can just train them out, like angel, angel, angel. And people usually, I mean, they either can take care of that or they can't. And when they can't, it's just so devastating. But nope, we only got another 2.5 months, and then if you want to play them, you'll be in Historic. Let's see, Starnheim Unleashed. So this is something that could be, like if you play it for 4, you get 1 angel with flying and vigilant, and that's it. And that, that's not bad, because 4/4 for 4, and it's vigilant as well as flying, that's great. It's a great angel. But if you foretell it, which only costs you 2, then you can, for 3 mana, you can put out 1 angel. For 5 mana, you could put out 2 angels. For, what is that, 7 mana, you could put out 3 angels. And, it's just 2 for every angel after that you want to. So it depends on how much mana you have and how much you're going for. But if you pay into this early, you have a lot more flexibility for what you're going to do with it. Cosmos Elixir. Oh, this also hurts me because I love it so much. Dr. Suckit wants to have his name right on the side of this. That'd be a name of a good pot of like a soda, right? Dr. Suckit, kind of like Dr. Pibb or I think it's Mr. Pibb, isn't it? But Dr. Pepper, Dr. Suckit, and it would be, I don't know, soda, like some sort of like citrus base or something, right? Anyways, Cosmos Elixir. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card if your life total is greater than your starting life total, which is 20. So if you get 21, then you draw a card. Otherwise, you gain 2 lives. So this thing helps to keep you in the pink. It just pumps it. You can have 3 out of time. You're gaining 6 life per turn. As soon as you get above 20, you start drawing cards instead. Cosmos Elixir is what a body needs. Rondo, right? All right, we got the Doomskar. Oh, it's going to be gone. Doomskar is so good. I mean, luckily, they've been putting out other board wipes in white. There's other things to do. But still, this one can be foretold, and you can pay it for 3. And it's going away. We've only got 2 months. Play it while you can, right? Deck of many things. You know, I've never played this card before. In fact, I haven't really seen anybody play. I think maybe once or twice, and it came out, some stuff happened, and then I just ignored it. Let's read this card. We've got, it costs you 2 mana, and you tap, at which point you roll a die 20 and subtract the number of cards in your hand. I see. So therefore, you can never get a 20 if you have a card in your hand. That's a deal there. Okay. Between 1 and 9, you return a card at random from your graveyard to your hand. Between 10 and 19, you draw 2 cards. And if you get a 20, so you have to have no cards in your hand, and you have to roll a natural 20, you put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, and when that creature dies, its owner loses the game. So that means that if you grab one of the creatures out of their graveyard, because I would definitely wouldn't want to do mine. That would be bad. That would be horrible, as a matter of fact. But as soon as that creature dies, for one reason or another, like you Doomskar everything, right? When that creature dies, that the person's owner, because it's not the controller, it's the owner, they lose the game. And Deck of Many Things is so cool, but that is rough. That is rough. That trying to get that natural 20. All right, we've got Emeria's Call, which is a white mana. You can potentially pay 3 mana to have it come up untapped. But if you can pay 7, you can create 2 white angel tokens with flying. Non-angel creatures you control gain indestructible until the next turn. What kind of creatures do I have otherwise? I've got Reidane, Loyal Warhound. Those guys would be nice to be indestructible. Whatever. Either you got people out or you don't. It doesn't really help out other angels is the problem. We got Ondu Inversion. So this is a tapped white land, which is probably what we end up using it for. But in case we got nothing better to do and we need to do things, 8 mana will destroy all non-land permanents. Everybody, suck it. No artifacts, no creatures, no planeswalkers, no enchantments. They're all gone. They're all gone. What a Hail Mary that is there. You got, I mean, if I were to play this on the next turn, I'd want to play like Emeria's Call or Starnheim Unleashed, just to put out something really vicious immediately afterwards. All right, we got 14 snow-covered lands, the plains right there. We got 4 man lands, flying dragons. And we got Tyrite Sanctum. I mean, no one ever plays this really. What does this thing do? So it's colorless and it's fast. That's good. And then for 2, target legendary creature becomes a god in addition to its other types. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay, so let's take a look. What kind of legendary creatures do we have in here? I don't think we have anything other than Reidane, really. Target legendary creature. And I think he's already a god. She is. Yeah, so that's not really going to do a whole lot there. I suppose you could play it anyways just to put pluses on her. And then you can sacrifice this to put an indestructible counter on target god. So you can make Reidane bigger, beefier, and then you can pop it to make her indestructible as well. And she'd still be susceptible to exiles. She'd still be susceptible to like Meadowk Massacres. But there you go. All right, let's see. In the sideboard, we got Legion Angel, Legion Angel, Legion Angel, because this is what Legion Angels do. All right, so that's what's in the sideboard. Here is everything that we are playing. I have a lot of hopes for it. Let's check it out and see how well it plays. All right, we're playing against Dondom 3. Dondom. How do you pronounce it all uppercase like that? Dondom! Let's see, I'll keep it. Am I ever going to make it to 8? Let's say no. All right, let's go ahead and put this guy out. He's pretty awesome. Get 3/1. I just don't get the land out of him. No more undead for you. How are we not playing with this guy? He's a 3-1 with Vigilance. I mean, I guess he dies quick, but still, he's so early. Touch the precious. Woohoo, look at me. I'm looking at a card. Yeah, whatever. Alright, and we're going to go with that. And we'll go ahead and foretell our Starnheim Unleashed. It's hard to believe these guys are going to be gone pretty soon. So I got enough for 2 angels right now. Should I just pound that stuff out? I should. 1, 2. No attacks. We'll stay back as some blockers for now. Another Starnheim, huh? All right, let's play it forward. Let's revitalize. Nice. And let's send in our Vigilant. We're then ready to defend. And Vigilance is so awesome. What you can do, Dondum? Dondum! Dondum! What you gonna do? And we win! Victory! And we're playing against GranniesSquirt. Nice. Ugh. And what do we got there? 3 lands. I'm good. Let's keep it. Horrible Hole. Mana value of 2 or less. All right, he's got a goldfish. Doubled up on lands. We think we're playing some, whatever, let's keep playing here. Alright, Loyal Warhound. Rolls aren't that great at taking stuff out, just early game stuff. So we'll pretty much go after whatever he puts out next so we can get a couple hits in with the Warhound. Oh, Gale Greeter. That's exactly the kind of guy I'd like to kill. That's 6 points of damage, potentially. Getting down to 12 on the next turn, if you can't put down anything decent on the next turn. Alright, so there's 4. Let's go see what we can get. Let's go shopping. Well, it looks like we can get a bunch of lands. That's what we really wanted. Let's go for a... God, really? Let's go for Reidane. I was playing Naya, huh? You just haven't seen the commies yet? I got the Doomskar. You're not going to attack. You're going to hate this. Okay, well, we're going to play this out as a land since I got nothing better to do with it. And we're going to go in for attack because you don't want to give up your Jukai Naturalist. Oh, you're seriously thinking about it. Yeah, good for you. One, two, three, four, five. Two more for an Emeria's Call, which would be nice. Destroy all permanents. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and put this out as a land. Let's go ahead and go in for the attack. Oh, it's too late, isn't it? I'm going to say I could have pulled off the dragon. I'll just go ahead and cock that gun. One more mana I could put out. A couple of angels. Okay, well, I don't have the mana I'm looking for, but what I can do is fly. Yeah, I'm going to have to wipe the board here. That Jukai guy, or the Gala Greeter, is going to give him the life he needs. He thinks he's going to get like a trillion dudes, which he is. He's going to flood the board. He just doesn't recognize the Doomskar. Hasty cats. Look at all of those creatures you flooded the board with. Let's go get ourselves a land. Yoink. And while I'm at it, nothing apparently, since I used all my mana up. He's not going to like what's about to happen. Control Z, get out of this. No, no, no. Oh, son of a monkey. Ah. All right, we're flying. That's all there's to it. I pushed the wrong one. Yeah, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy somehow. I still win? Yeah, I did. Okay, well that was... God. I shot myself in the foot like 7 times. There we go. Smoke! I don't even want to give my victory yodel over that one. Alright, now we're playing against Seymour Gutz. That is a good name. Alright, Seymour. I got, what I got? 2 mana. I am not happy with it, but I'll keep it. What I'm hoping is between Loyal Warhound, Revitalize, a little foretelling. There's the 3rd mana. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Let's put out the Warhound. Now we can eat somebody's doggy butt. Come on down. All right, we'll enter... I'm just going to do 3. Book of Exalted is not going to help me out too much. We will foretell the future. And we shall just sit back and defend our flank. He does have Vigilance. That actually would have been a good attack now I think about it. Because I just kind of want to kill one of those Ascendant Pack leaders. Well, that's not cool. I don't really care about Book of Exalted Deeds at this moment. That is a legendary artifact, and this is burning a hole in my hand. I would really like to get a 4th mana, though. There we go. Let us reduce everybody by 1. And 1 more mana before I can really play Starnheim to any sort of effect. Three is not going to kill us an old growth troll, unfortunately. But the Starnheims will do it. Here's a question. It's like, if I get an angel out and I can put the token on it, can he kill it, though? I don't think so. That mono green deck does not have a good ability of taking out flying creatures. I guess he's already Blizzard Balled me once. I wonder if he recognizes, though, that he's only going to deal 3 points of damage with the old growth troll. Let's find out what happens. Yep, that's the protector shield for you there, my friend. Come on, Seymour. You gotta see more of your guts. I know you weren't happy about that. I'm gonna play with some books. Feed my fish. There we go. Should I just do it? I'm gonna do it. Here we go. You're gonna love that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and revitalize and grab another card. What'd you give him? Yeah, that's horrible. No tax. Yeah, those guys with the reach, that is our problem. Problem is that we got like nothing but time at this point. No tax. So I can't lose the game no matter what. Unless he can kill my angels. So he's just waiting around for a Blizzard Brawl at this point. I'm just kind of waiting around to where I can kill those guys or attack with enough guys to get past them. All right, deck of many things. What are you going to do for me here? Nice. What I got there? 4, 5, 6, 7. I got plenty there. No attacks. See, this does non-angels. That's all I got is angels, though. You an angel? No, you're a god. Yeah, I thought so. Guess what it doesn't have? Reach. Oh my god, I'm a zombie. I'm a dead guy. I can't be killed. Alright, so he's got all of his reachy kind of guys taken care of. Let's do this. Oh, the humanity! I'm back up to 1. I'm alive. All right, so we've got 2 dudes that can block with reach, and I got 3 guys, which means I can win next game. I got lethal, and there's nothing he can do. I can taunt him by saying good game at this point. Which I did. I taunted him. It'll take me a while to get back up to negative, back to positive numbers, I suppose. Here they come. Walking down the street. Get the funniest looks. Oh, you deprived me of my victory. I still take it. Victory! Okay, so what are we going to call this? I have it listed as RP for Rotation Proof Snow Prison. But that's not the case. This is like Last Hurrah Snow Prison. These are all cards that are going away in September. Every last one of them. So here we go. Look at them. Love them. And appreciate them for how great they are. What was great? I gotta tell you, Book of Exalted Deeds. What a fantastic card. I tell you, when this card came out, I said, this is a cheater card. Cheater card. And you know why it was a cheater? It was because of this land right there that got banned. Because it could become an angel. I forget what it's even called anymore. Let's see if I can find out real quick what it was called. Snow Prison. It was called Faceless Haven, right? And Faceless Haven, when it was activated, became basically a changeling. It was anything. So therefore, you could take this and target the Faceless Haven, and then just let it fall back to being a land. Nobody was playing with land destruction. So therefore, you could never lose the game, and your opponents could never win the game. It's bad enough when you got an angel out, right? Because he could just sit there in the background doing nothing, just being all angel-y. But at least you can like shoot it or wipe the board or something, right? Of course, the mono green deck I just played against, that guy didn't have anything for going up against. He had Blizzard Brawl. But put that together with Reidane's, the Protector Shield. And man, it was so hard for him to be able to do anything that he needed to do. Because not only would he have to, he'd only be dealing 1 less damage from any fight he'd be dealing with, but also he'd have to do an additional mana to be able to target my guy. I mean, it's all possible. But still, it's rough in a mono green deck like what he had right there. So, what was the key? I mean, really, it was Book of Exalted Deeds, number 1. Number 2, Starnheim Unleashed with throwing out Vigilant Flying Angels at 4/4. Fantastic. This card is, I love Kaldheim. It did such a good job. The funny part, I thought Search for Glory was kind of a crap card in this deck. But it's looking for Snow Permanent, a Legendary card, or a Saga. And I don't think there's any Sagas in here. So Legendary, it means you're going to get Reidane back or something like that. Legendary Artifact means Deck of Many Things. Legendary Artifact means the Book of Exalted Deeds. But you know what? I really needed a land. I needed land so I can play 7 for whatever it was, Emeria's Call or something, right? And I had to go fetch a snow-covered plains. But I was able to do it. It worked and it was great. Doomskar. Can you believe Doomskar is going away? Oh my god. I guess this is the first time I've ever played with a Deck of Many Things. And it was great. What I really liked was that natural 20. Put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Which pretty much means, if you're playing multiplayer, it's even better, right? But it means theirs. Because it says when that creature dies, its owner loses the game. Not its controller, its owner. Which means if you take their creature, let's just say you get Shambling Ghast or something like that, right? then you just sit there and you just keep attacking them. And all they can do is just let it through. Because if they kill it, then they die. And if you sacrifice, it, then they die. I mean, that is such a cool effect right there. Return a card at random from your graveyard to your hand. Whatevs, man. Deck of many things is pretty sweet. I'm glad we played this deck. So we had the opportunity to try a card. Never got a chance to. I never played in like the last year since it's been out, right? Loyal Warhound. This guy was actually pretty sweet. I appreciated the fact that I'm getting a 3/1 for 2 with Vigilance, right? Sure, he could be wiped off the board, but I mean, you could attack. They weren't willing to lose their dude. That means you could still keep blocking. God, Legion Angel's going away. Man, that makes me sad. I really love currently Legion Angel, and we play it actively in lots of decks. It is so good. Oh, so yeah, and then of course Cosmos Elixir. Once it's gone, I'll probably go with the Celestial like everybody else. I mean, Celestial objectively is probably the better card anyway, but still, I love Cosmos Elixir. So anyways, there's the deck. Let's give it a rating, right? Was it competitive? In the times I played this deck, I got an 80% win rate. So I'd have to say, yeah, it's pretty competitive, right? Was it fun? Yes, it was fun. Was there a theme? By looking at the cards in here, I got to say I didn't think it was very themey. But you end up playing a lot of angels. Probably because you got Emeria's Call, Starnheim Unleashed, Legion Angel. Reidane looks like an angel. You've got the Book of Exalted Deeds pushing out an angel. There's not an actual whole lot of Legion, or of angel cards in here. But you end up playing lots of angels. This is practically an angel deck. So I'm going to say, yes, there is a theme to it. I mean, Book of Exalted Deeds pretty much makes this an angel deck. Mono white angel, right? So I'm going to give this deck, I hate to say it, an A+, just because it's competitive, it's fun, and it's got a theme to it to a certain degree. So, yeah, A+ deck. Snow Prison. And you've only got another, 2 months to play it. So, let's see, was it July, August, and then sometime in September, it's gone. All these cards are gone. So anyways, if you end up playing with this deck, I hope you have as much fun with it as I did. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, don't let the door hit ya where the good Lord split ya. See ya.